Hi, are you interested in improving your visualization, finding techniques that will help you to improve visualization because perhaps you're manifesting something or you want to visualize something better? Then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Stephen Dobos and I'm an abundance scientist and coach as well as a Silva Method instructor. And my role here is to help you to find the best way for you to create the life that you want. So if you're having problems visualizing or find that you're not visualizing, you're not seeing something clearly, well, the first thing I would say to you is relax. Often, many people who visualize don't actually see clear color images shaped like a person, shaped like a picture behind me or like a computer. For many people, images are more about feeling and sensation. And in fact, visualization is an important part, but visualization means a complete representation. In the terms of Silva Method, it's a complete representation of that which you're looking to manifest. So visualization isn't only pictures, but it's in fact feelings, sensations, using all of your five senses to create a picture, a movie, a representation of what it is that you want to accomplish. So in this case, I'm going to give you 3 different tools to improve your visualization. Number 1, very simple exercise. Wherever you are, keep your eyes open for 30 seconds or 1 minute looking at one item. Perhaps I'm looking at this camera right now. I could look this camera, view it, understand it, get a feeling for it, look at the different parts, the top, the side, the screen, the monitor, the lens, and so on. And then I'll close my eyes and then see how much of that camera I can visualize for myself. How much detail do I remember? Do I remember it in color? How much color can I represent? Which colors are the ones that come up easiest? So in this example, I'm looking at it with my eyes open, and then I'm closing my eyes again, and then reviewing what I saw with open eyes. What that does is it helps me to create a representation of what I physically see to what I mentally see. So that would be step number or exercise number 1 for improving your visualization. Exercise number 2 for improving your visualization. So if you want to visualize, but you're having problem with step number 1 or with exercise number 1, exercise number 2 is the same or starts in the same way. With your eyes open, look at something that is in front of you or something that's easy for you to remember. Something that might not be too complicated in the first situation. You know, it could be an apple or a fruit. It could be a watch or a pen, something that's on the table in front of you. It could be your computer that you're familiar with. Whatever it is, allow yourself time to visualize it, look at it, sorry, not visualize it, to look at it, to review it from all kinds of angles and details. You can look at it from different details, from different angles like this. I could turn my head down and try to look at the bottom or stretch to look at the top of the camera. Whatever it is that's comfortable for you, take some time, maybe 20, 30 seconds, or even a minute to review. Then close your eyes, and then, instead of just trying to imagine it in your mind, start speaking out what you saw. Well, I saw a black stand with little kind of knuckle-shaped round knobbies on it. It had a little screw at the top with a little swivel. The camera was screwed into that swivel. Then there's a lens that I see. I see some white numbers on the lens, and so on. So you can then describe what you remember seeing, because that will help for your brain to create the image through the words that you're using. So practice looking with the eyes open, then closing your eyes, and then saying out loud, describing it in your own words, what you just saw or what you were looking at, and allow that image to start showing up in your mind. Okay, that was step number or exercise number 2. Now exercise number 3 is one that has a little more intensity, a little more creativity involved. It's not just looking at an item and then remembering it, but it's looking at an item and creating a connection with another item. So for instance, in the Silva Method, we teach a technique called memory pegs. And memory pegs is basically an association game, creating images and then attaching or creating new visual images with the first image that we learned. These images act like pegs, like a coat hanger. Each image is like a new coat hanger. So for instance, in the Silva method, in the memory pegs that we use, the first number is 1 and the letter is T. The letter T we associate with tea. That is T-E-A, like the drink. Now we create an image that is associated for us with tea, the drink. For me, it's an image of a teapot. So I imagine a teapot. And then I learn these different memory pegs. So the first one is a teapot, the second is Noah's Ark, the third one is my grandma, the fourth one is a ray of light, the 5 is a police officer with his hand out, and so on. So learning several memory pegs, I now have an image associated with each one. Now if there's new items that I want to remember, then I create a secondary image, an image that I then include into the first image. And the crazier, the more creative the idea is, the more creative the connection is, the better I will remember it. So what if I want to remember the painting behind me? So my first image is a teapot. Therefore, I'll take that image behind me and I'll create an association with a teapot. So I can imagine, for instance, taking a pot of tea and pouring it onto the canvas and creating this painting. Now, you're looking at me, well, that's silly, how would you do that? Exactly! That's the point. The crazier the idea, the easier you will remember. So, what is it that I asked you to remember with my teapot? Yes, the painting! Because you painted it with your teapot. Of course. So there you go, 3 different ways to improve your visualization. Number 1, eyes open, look at an item, then close your eyes and try to remember. If that isn't working well enough, again, eyes open, look at an item, get an understanding of it, then close your eyes, and then describe aloud what you saw and allow the mind to then create it. And number 3, use a memory pegs visualization technique. The memory pegs in the Silva method are associated with images and numbers, and then you create a secondary image associated with the first image to remember. That helps to improve your visualization, and it also improves your imagination.
If you would like to watch more videos like this, then please subscribe to my channel below. Once again, my name is Steven Dobos, and you can download a free centering exercise. The information is in the description box below.